Why do we have 5 red lights? Okay, we don't have the formation lap. Okay, I was confused, but we are going in Bahrain, and it looks like the Williams of Brownie and Heskari going down the inside into turn 1. Julian has been just closed by those two, and he's down into P3.
In the meantime, we have Heskari getting a better run out of turn number 3. He's going to challenge the Williams into turn number 4. Let's see who's the last of the late breakers. Heskari gets the inside, gets promoted to P1. Julian is going to try to have a go as well on the inside of the Williams. Can't quite pull through and has to maintain with P3 for the time being. Going back to the Alfa Romeo of Simon, who got himself from P5 to P4. There is contact with Jonah, and Max Thorne is going to try to take advantage of that one. I have a little bit of some substance that is whatever makes the advertisement boards these days. Whatever is the name of that substance, that was a bit of it flying through the air. So someone...
Oh, collision! That was Tomium and Corporal Carrot. I'm following Brownie, who is attacking Heskari into turn 1, and he will go down the inside, but the guy who is in charge of the race cars is just doing, well, he's not doing very good work, and Heskari is back, and Julian has really made up a lot of time. Again, Brownie goes down the inside into turn 4, but as I said during the qualifying, the outside line is the line he wants to take, but somehow Brownie has overtaken Heskari, and he is leading this race, but Julian will try to do something outrageous into turn 8, but he doesn't make it stick. It's also Simon who will try to stick his nose, but really, would you try going side by side into turn 10? No one tries that because they know it's going to end in tears. And Max has braked later, and he takes that position. Brownie has set the fastest lap. Meanwhile, Simon will try to attack Max Thorne into turn 1. Hazard has overtaken Jonah into turn 1.
Ooh, there's a little bit of instability there from the Red Bull. There's a bit of contact as well, as I'm sure he wasn't expecting Shadow to be that brave on the brakes, but Shadow gets himself done, says thank you very much, takes the inside, and that corner is mine, and the position as well moves up to P7. Max Thorne overtakes Simon into turn 1. Oxygen also finally overtakes Jonah, and we have Tomium going side by side with Yoli Gamer. Yoli Gamer does get a better traction coming out of turn 2, and he is ahead. Will Tomium redistribute the favor? No, he does not, because he also does not have the RS, which is rather uncommon to see. None of the drivers got the RS. That's quite weird, but yeah, Tomium is going to have to stay put in P12 for the time being. Sorry to interrupt you, Simon has a run at Max Thorne, and they are going for round number 2 of the Max Thorne-Simon battle. Max Thorne does get a cleaner exit out of turn 2, at least a more conventional racing line for the McLaren driver. Let's see, is he going to close in enough to pull off a maneuver? He's going to pull the trigger on the inside of the Alfa Romeo. Shadow is actually going to try and do the same on Hazard. Let's see who gets ahead. Max gets ahead of Simon. Does his teammate follow through? No, he does not. He's going to have to stay put in P7 at the moment as Simon loses the rear. Hazard, great reactions on the brake to avoid the Alfa Romeo drive. What, or the car of the Alfa Romeo, what reaction time there from Hazard. Yes, we have a run now from Hazard on Max, and Shadow, he might try to pick up any pieces that might come his way. Hazard with the RS though completes the maneuver even before the braking zone. So let's see, will Max Thorne retribute the favor? Will we see the favor being paid back to Hazard? Hazard is going to stay firmly on the outside. Max Thorne is just too... Oh my god, there's a lock up there from Max Thorne, and Shadow is going to say thank you very much. It's Shadow now. It is Shadow is having a look at the Mercedes of Hazard. So he went from one Mercedes to the next, and Shadow actually makes it stick. And that was just saying, maybe Shadow is just enjoying an advantage there, because he's already leading this trio that we have on the screen. Then we have Oxygen a little bit further away.
So we have finally a Renault in the points. Meanwhile, Julian finally has attacked Heskari.
So He's not really going to get the power down as cleanly as he was expecting to, but nonetheless, he does have the RS, he does have the power to go around the outside of Brownie into turn number 3. Those two drivers have raced each other for a long time. They know each other. Julian isn't going to back down without a fight as we approach now turn 6 and now into the left end of 7. Julian does get a better run. He's going to get around the outside of turn 8. Let's see who's end later on the brakes. Julian does go for the switchback. Let's see, it's going to be a traction battle now as they go up through the gears, approaching now the downhill tricking braking zone of turns 9 and 10.
He has a better run into turn 11. He will have to try making a move around the outside into that turn, but he will have the inside in turn 12. Let's see how Brownie reacts to that move. Don't touch this curb on the inside. They are still going side by side into turn 13. The outside line still is the faster, but Julian will have the remaining. He will try to overtake into turn 14. He is the first, but Brownie will have the DRS going into the next straight unless they try to pit. Yes, Heskari has pitted, so that is an undercut for you. Let's go back to Julian and Brownie. Julian goes really super defensive, but around the outside, Brownie will try to do something about it, and he has overtaken Julian into turn 1, but now the Dutch racer will have the DRS. He tries to go, look how far to the inside he has gone. He has the inside for turn 4, and he has re-overtaken Brownie. He is going out of the pit lane, but looks like Heskari will overtake him. The undercut has made the difference. Around the outside goes Heskari, and that is enough. That was, I don't know, maybe half a second difference between them.
Let's see as they get themselves right on the edge there of the pit entry, and yes, Brownie comes out even behind Marb. He's going to have himself the arrest from Marb, I would assume, but now Heskari is going to come under pressure from Julian as DRS is open on the back of the Mercedes. Ooh, a little bit of a get out of here from Marb there as he got a little bit feisty, but he does manage to maintain P2, does Heskari. Julian maintains P3, Julian P40. Brownie is from the outside looking into that battle.
So it should be very easy picking for the Mercedes driver. Look, this is just formality for him, and into turn 1. This isn't really even a move down the inside. It's just, yeah, I'm going past you, and he just slotted back into his racing line.
Sometimes it's good to try to force your opponent into a mistake, but that was too big of a lunge. Props for them to avoid contact. A little, as opposed to that corner there, that corner 11, there was definitely contact. Heskari, it wasn't too major contact, but Heskari definitely was forced onto the outside curb. Sometimes that curb can bite you in the rear. That crash out, I'm going to find out in a little bit. Yes, Marby's crashed. He lost the rear. He lost the rear coming out of turn 10, and he spinned in the wall. Julian. In the meantime, we've had Oxygen and Yona going for a battle. Jonah actually not only gets overtaken, loses out on the right to FDRS. He's going to dummy Oxygen into the inside of the corner. That was a bit excessive from Oxygen, and Jonah is going to say, okay, thank you for biting the bait, or taking the bait.
Gamer is on out in turn 10, actually.
Yep.
He has a lot of positions to Yona and Oxygen.
There you have it. Julian is going to cross over the line to take home the win of the Bahrain Grand Prix. We have Shadow coming in P2, Brownie in P3.